Okay, so these are going to be solutions to the homework problems from Thursday that everyone needs to be able to apply and simplify the difference quotient for any function. So the difference quotient again is f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And the first one that we're doing it on is the function f of x equals 3x squared. So the difference quotient therefore would be 3x plus h squared minus 3x squared all over h. So in order to simplify this, we have to expand this correctly. And in order to do that, I'm going to multiply that out with a box. X plus h times x plus h is x squared, xh, xh, h squared. So if I simplify that, it's x squared plus 2x h plus h squared. But then all that is being multiplied by 3. So very next step would therefore be 3x squared plus 6xh plus h squared. So that's the expanded form of what I had above, minus 3x squared over h. So in this case, the 3x squareds cancel. We're left with 6xh plus h squared over h. And this will cancel this and one of those. So then the final result would be 6x plus h. So that's the value of the difference quotient for 3x squared. Okay, moving on, number 2. Number 2 is f of x equals x plus 4 squared. So the difference quotient. Inside the difference quotient, this is going to be replaced with x plus h plus 4. So that first part of the difference quotient is always replacing x with x plus h. So this is all over h. Now, I have to expand this out. I don't have to use a box, but it's going to be hard to do it without the box. And this box is actually going to have 3 parts to it. We're going to have x, h, and 4, x, h, and 4. So we've got x squared, xh, 4x, xh, h squared, 4h, 4x, 4h, 16. Okay, so that's going to become, when we simplify and combine like terms, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 8x plus 8h plus 16. So again, this expands to be that. And now we have to subtract this off, but I also have to expand that. So I'm minusing the expanded form of x plus 4 squared, which is x squared plus 8x plus 16. This is all over h. So if I distribute, that'd be like making this positive, negative, negative, negative. So we've got a bunch of canceling that goes on. X squared cancels negative x squared. 8x cancels negative 8x. 16 cancels negative 16. So what we're left with on the top is just stuff with h's. 2xh plus h squared plus 8h all over h. This h will cancel this, and one of those. So the final result would be 2x plus h plus 8. So that's the value of the difference quotient for number 2. Number 3 is quite a bit easier because the function is just linear f of x equals 5x. So if we do the difference quotient, it's 5 times x plus h minus the function 5x all over h. We distribute. We're left with 5x plus 5h minus 5x all over h. So 5x's cancel. H on bottom cancels h on top. And the value of the difference quotient is just 5. Last one. The function is f of x equals x cubed. So if I use the difference quotient, it'll be x plus h cubed minus x cubed all over h. This one's going to require a little bit of work because, I'll do that. When I expand this out, that's the same as x plus h times x plus h times x plus h. When I multiply these together using the box or just doing it in my head, I get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. But then that needs to be multiplied by this. I'll do that with a box. X squared, 2xh, h squared, x, h. X cubed, 2x squared h, xh squared, x squared h, 2xh squared, h cubed. Okay, so when I bring that back over to my difference quotient, that's going to be x cubed. These will combine to be a 3x squared h. These combine to be a 3xh squared. And I've got h cubed. So that all right there is the expanded form of f of x plus h. Now I have to subtract off x cubed. So there's not going to be a whole lot that cancels out here. But x cubed cancels x cubed. So I'm left with 3x squared h plus 3xh squared plus h cubed all over h. And now the h on bottom, as it always does, will cancel out. One here, one out of these leaving me with a square, and one out of there leaving me with an exponent of 1. So therefore, the final answer, the difference quotient, is 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared. All right, so number 1, there it is. Number 1 was 6x plus h. Number 2 was 2x plus h plus 8. Number 3 was 5. And number 4 was 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared. So everyone needs to be able to do difference quotient when they come in on Monday as we expand on it, going from there using limits.